Well, 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 look who we have here, the romantic comedy and McG. We meet again. Ugh. This Means War stars Tom Hardy and Chris Pine as Tuck and FDR, a pair of CIA agents who are best friends who end up finding out that they are dating the same girl. After coming to the conclusion that they can't decide on who should really date here, they end up competing against each other and using their CIA tactics to try and thwart their time to try to get her first, and that girl is played by none other than Reese Witherspoon. Now, I'll admit, I was at first interested in the trailer for this movie because of the star power trifecta of Chris Pine, Tom Hardy, and Reese Witherspoon, because all three of them are very competent actors, especially Reese Witherspoon and Tom Hardy. But then the reviews started to pour in for this film, and the overall response was very divisive, in which some thought it was guilty pleasure entertainment while others just hated on it. So I ended up turning my expectations low, and I'm glad I did not go into this movie with high expectations, because I would have probably hated it more than I did. I did not like this movie one bit. The only saving grace of this movie is the star power behind it, because Tom Hardy and Chris Pine have terrific chemistry with each other. They end up bantering off each other to a decent degree, even though the dialogue is very poorly written in this film. And Reese Witherspoon manages to do a decent job too, but I'm wondering what really drove her to this project, because we haven't really seen her in this kind of role lately, and for a kind of romantic comedy action movie like this, it just doesn't seem like the best fit for her. Also, I will admit, Chelsea Handler had me laughing a few times from some of the jokes she did crack, especially one that involved Mike and Ike's. But at the same time, I heard that a lot of her jokes were ad-libbed and they were R-rated, which is why they cut it down to PG-13, because they wanted more of a teenage demographic for this movie. And I think it hurt it, because if they made this movie rated R, it would have showed the true raw talent of how funny Chelsea Handler is. The writing for this movie feels like it was written by a 14-year-old boy who wanted to make something decent for his girlfriend, but he also wanted to throw in everything that a guy of his age would like, which would be male lead stars that are charismatic and good-looking and they wish they could be in real life, explosions, horribly filmed shootouts, and of course, McG directing. Yeah, that's quite a combo right there. Not. Out of all of McG's films, I have not been a fan of him at all. The guy seems like he's a second-tier Michael Bay director, because he always films the action in a very fast-edited way and a lot of handheld cameras at times, which sometimes you can't even tell what's going on at times. And also, when it comes to filming the violence, it's just very silly. There are people that just randomly shoot guns everywhere by just waving it around like this all the time, and it just seems very cartoonish at times. And also for the fact that this is a romantic comedy, there are a lot of scenes of so-called comedy that really fall flat at times, which I was not finding myself laughing at many of the situations at all, because they all felt very childish. And also, when it came to the final act, which is the final 30 minutes, that was the point where I really hated this movie, because it pulls a three-pack ending in which it ends up pulling out the choice and one contrived situation after another. Overall, This Means War is just a painstakingly mediocre, conventional, and cliche action romantic comedy that does not do a great job at blending those two genres together at all, because there is action maybe once every 25 or 30 minutes of this whole movie. And in the last act is where it really gets cartoonish as well, and also with the huge cliche pack of an ending, which it just drags on forever too. I know there's going to be some people that are really going to like this, but then there's going to be those people like me who are going to hate it, and that's why I'm giving This Means War 1.5 out of 5 stars. So if you enjoyed my review of This Means War, I have the link down below in the description for my written review of this movie. I also have my written review posted for Safe House on my website as well. But I want you guys to tell me, what is your favorite movie that has blended together romantic comedy and action? There haven't really been many of those, but I don't want to make a choice, because then I might be taking away something that you would make. So in the meantime, I'm talking CaliCritic Reviews, and I'll see you guys on Friday with my review of Ghost Rider 2.